project. Today we're going to build a full stack E2E agentic multimodal application using agentic RAG. And then like in this assignment we'll be demonstrating a full stack multimodal agent with front end, back end and RAG capabilities with proper database integration. And then this is the Git code labs link we're expected to follow, and there are also like two Medium articles which I did go through. So it's nothing but whatever is there in the code lab is like just explained in a proper way. So code lab is nothing but it's just like a it's like a to do thing that we follow, but then here we have like information about what is done, why it is done, and what is the thought process and everything else. We can also follow the Medium article if we want to. So this is the first article, like this is the first part, and then you can see that this is like a receipt parser kind of thing. So this is the first part, and then this is the second part. Okay, let's just go through the code lab. Maybe that'll be easier to follow. So the first step is like it has just the introduction part where it says it is a personal expense assistant. And then, have you ever been frustrated and lazy to manage all of your expenses, etc., etc.? And whatever you give to the agent will be like stored. We'll be able to analyze our costs and like what expenses we're making and everything else. So after the introduction, we just have like an architecture overview where we have a web browser, which has a front end, a back end, which hosts the ADK, and then we also have cloud storage, which are nothing but the buckets, and then Firestore is nothing but this is for indexing, and then we are talking to the Gemini API. So front end with Gradio, okay. Back end service development with fast API and Pydantic, that's good. Agentic ADK, and then tool usage, etc., etc. And then we have the RAG using Firestore as the vector database, nothing but like for indexing purposes. And then we manage the environment variables in the YAML file with Pydantic settings. And then we can also deploy it to Cloud Run using Dockerfile and provide environment variables with YAML file. So these are a few of the things I'll be learning. These are prerequisites. And then this we've already done in our previous projects, so I won't go through all of this again. But then we do need a active project in the cloud console which has been billing enabled. We also have to prepare the Firestore database. So it's like it's Firestore is like in the native mode it's like a NoSQL database uh, used for documents, and then it is built for like automatic scaling, high performance, and ease of application development. It can also act like as a vector database which can support RAG techniques that our lab requires. And then uh, this is all about the creation of that. And then we did create a default one, and then we created it using the free tier usage, etc. Setting up the project and then preparing the Google Cloud storage bucket. We've done all of this. And then this is the creating the Firestore index for the search. So if we go here, so if you see, we do have a default database over here, and then we also have like the indexing. So yeah, after that let's move on. And then after that we have to like set up the working directory, which we did. And then we also have to like UV sync. We uh, cloned it from GitHub, the whole project. And then we do UV sync over here just to like install whatever is required in the dependencies. And then we have the agent over here. We have like main.py agent. Main.py is like outside, sorry, but yeah, we have agent.py callbacks, prompt, and also tools. And then the first step is to just check if it is running, if the virtual environment is like enabled and all of that. And then we set up the configuration files, which is nothing but settings.yaml. So if you see, settings.yaml have all of our information, all the required details. And then after that we create the agent. in this particular step. And then we see that by default it creates like init env and also the agent. But then we have to that is the scratch, that is the thing that, and we have to build it from scratch on top of that. And then we have the agent.py, which we have to paste some code. And then and also here the thing is this model doesn't exist anymore, so we have to like kind of update the model. So I just use 2.5 flash. We just remove the preview and all this part. And yeah, and then we create another file called tools.py, and then we uh, pasted all of this code that is given to us. So these are all the tools or the sub agents that are present. So get receipt date by image ID, search relevant receipts by natural language query, search receipts by metadata filter, etc., etc. So if you see, there's like different kind of sub tools in this. And then there's like the first one is stored receipt data, which is nothing but it'll store. And then the second one is like search receipts by metadata filter. So using filters, we can search for receipts. And then search relevant receipts by natural language query. So if let's say I have some Trader Joe's bill, a receipt that I uploaded, and then I can just ask um, my agent like get me all of the recent Trader Joe's receipts or my expenses at Trader Joe's in the recent times, and then it'll like get all of that. And then this is the conversation context that is there. And then we also have to create this callbacks.py file and paste this code. We also have like a prompt over here, so it's about all of this. And then the next part is like testing the agent, which I did here. So let me just check. Yeah, if you see here, so I ran the agent over here, and then after that the a conversation starts, and then the user, I mean, I sent hi. The agent is like, how can I help you? And then I'm like, what can you do for me? And then it just says like, I'm a personal experience assistant designed to help you free your financial records, etc., etc. I just wanted to check if the flow was working fine. I didn't want to like test anything of this now for now. So I just like exited, and then I ran it using the ADK run ADK web, and this is the conversation here. Let me just try to like initiate another conversation. What can you do for me? So I'll probably give the same response. So this is about the testing. So let me just yeah, I think we can do this right now. Let me check. I can take a random data set, doesn't matter. Can I download these in any way? Yeah, I think I can. Okay, let's just like save images, and then just one. So let's just check how we're gonna go ahead with this flow. And then I can just add the same receipt, I guess. And be like, please store this receipt. Okay, I think we did get a response. Let's just check. Yeah, so it triggered all of them, and then it's stored. It checked for what tool to hit, and then you can see that store receipt apps extracted a store name, transaction, and all of the information is like done. So let me just ask some kind of detail, like, let's just search here. Yeah, what was the price of this? What was the price? Receipt image ID. Okay, let's just give the ID. Yeah, this is the image ID. So the price was 11.99 ZAR. So that is working fine. So yeah, this is all about like testing it from our ADK agent development thing, and then let's build a front end for this so that it's easier for us. So let's just actually like, oh, these are all the events. We just have one session, so yeah. So let's just check where it got triggered. Oh, so here you can see search relevant receipts, and then it checked. It hit the store one, which was the actual one. Stored it. So yeah, and then let's go back and check. This is the one where I asked for the price, and it should get receipt data by image ID, and then it checked. So it's replied with the amount. So that was the last event that happened. So yeah, this is the first part. Let's continue with building the front end. Okay, as we saw that the last time we were running, we were doing it using uh, the agent ADK. Let's now integrate front end back end so that they're communicating with each other and we're getting replies. So the first thing that we did was integrate the front end. This is a code for that, and then after integrating the front end, we just like run it and check. But then since it's not connected to any backend, nothing will be run, nothing will run. And then after that, we just edit. We create another file called backend.py, and then we paste this code into that, all of this code. And then in two different terminals, we run both the front end and the back end together. So let me just show you what I have till now. So this was a conversation I just had. Hi, what can I do for you? And then what can you do for me? And then it explains whatever it can do. And this is like the UI that we were talking about. And I previously I used the Agent ADK UI, the normal UI, and I had uploaded a receipt. So I just asked, what receipt do you have from Spark? It gave me all of these details. Let me just upload another receipt. I just downloaded another one, so I'm gonna ask it to store this too. Can you also store this for me? So while it is storing, it is gonna give me a receipt ID, like receipt image ID. So if I want to get details, I can, like, at least for the items in that particular receipt, I need the receipt image ID. So it is storing. Let's just check what is happening. So yeah, it is okay. So it extracted all of the text and it gave me. So you can see that. So based on this receipt ID, let me ask it questions. Can you get me what the costliest item is? Let's just check. So according to me, the costliest item for now should be $3.99. Yeah, the packaged shredded mozzarella light is $3.99. That is the costliest item. So yeah, if you can see, we have now integrated front and back end, and the next step would be to like uh, do the integration tests. So yeah, integration test. I mean, this is what we're doing right now. Sorry. So that is done, and then the next part would be like to deploy it to Cloud Run. But I think my usage is like full, so I don't think I can deploy. I kind of have a lot of deployed agents already. So yeah, this is working. Let me just try to deploy it too. Let's see. We pull continue. Okay, okay. All of this is done. I think it's just like one command. Let's just see. I'm gonna stop both of these for now, both the back end and the front end. So yeah, this is done. Sick. Okay, let me just try. So I think this will take some time. So yeah, that is all about this project. And after this, we'll just get a link like this, and then we can go there and like test it. So yeah, this is all about the project where we created a full stack application. Yeah, thank you.